HBC podcast. It's been a while, I don't know, about 3 months. So apologise for that. But yeah, I'm not sure that I'll be able to guarantee that I'll be able to do it every Wednesday now. But yeah, I'll try. But yeah, today I'll be talking about City of Melbourne and Australian Kart Championship Round 5, which are both at the Go-Kart Club of Victoria, also known as Todd Road. So yeah, it was my first time at the track. City of Melbourne was first, and yeah, I'll get started with that. So I had a pretty good quali, well, by my standards. I got 9th in lower, which at the time was my best quali, and then in Heat 1 started around 14th, started around there, and then I got up to 6th by the first lap because there was a big crash at turn 1. About 10 people just locked the brakes, not 10 people, but yeah, and then into turn 1 on the second lap I locked the brakes. So yeah, brakes were not good for everyone in the first heat, it seemed. So instead of what could potentially have been 6th was 16th. So that sucks, but it's fun. Heat 2 just got stuck at the back, 17th. And then in Heat 3, had a pretty good run. I was 5th fastest and managed 8th. So on my part, that was pretty good. And then in the final, if you haven't seen my City of Melbourne final video, go check it out. It's at the time my most viewed video at 1.3 or 4. Okay, so that's awesome. And then yeah, so I started 25th out of 36, and then was able to make my way up through crashes and overtakes and stuff. I did bump someone at the toilet corner, it's called. It's basically the big passing hairpin. I did bump Cooper Foley there, I think. So if you're watching this, Cooper, sorry about that. But yeah, so finished 11th. I had a battle with my Flat Out Karts teammate Jack Outful in the last lap. Yeah, he was able to get the top 10 spot instead of me, so good job to him. Just came up short, but still good job for my first appearance at GKCV. So then AKC, the final round of the National Championship for 2023. Heat 1, it didn't really have that much luck, got 22nd. Heat 2, had quite the opposite, had a pretty good run, and was able to manage 11th. And then in Heat 3, big one. So at turn 1, everyone's basically Constantineering into, is that a word? Anyway, everyone's just stacking up into turn 1, and then Sebastian Tander gets pushed by this one guy and spun around in front of half the field, which wasn't Seb's fault. And then my mate Bo Casagrande from Bunbury, WA, had nowhere to go, clipped the back of Seb and then rolled over, so it was a red flag. He broke his collarbone, I think, I can't remember, but he's okay now, so that's good. And yeah, so we basically just sat in the infield for basically 45 minutes. Then we got the race back going, and I finished good. I finished around 14th, or between 14th and 11th I finished in that heat. But then I got a penalty for being out of the trail lines on the red flag restart, so that put me 25th. So I'm not looking too good to make the final at this point in time. But then at Heat 4, me and my dad do the points. We need a top 15 to make it. I got 15. So just made it in 34th. And then in the final, got involved in a crash at the start, dropped back, but I was able to work my way back up to 22nd for what was then my best finish in an AKC final. When I keep saying what was then, it's because this was like 6 months ago, and because I've missed so many podcasts, I haven't been able to do any podcasts on the races since then, which I definitely try to do as much as possible. So yeah, thank you for listening to the podcast about Melbourne. This is episode 15, I think. Thank you, Dougie, for sitting with me and whining again. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.